pretty great.
Yeah.
Things have been all right, hanging in there.
So, a lot of downtime.
Yeah, a lot of downtime, a lot of COVID,
A lot of COVID.
stuff like that.
You haven't gotten COVID. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I was like patient
Oh,
zero for COVID.
yeah. Oh, okay. Now I remember when I did the episode with Bryce, he brought this up.
Yeah.
Yes. Pretty. Yeah. Didn't like all you. Yeah, you guys probably had it.
Yeah, me
Right.
and Andrew were just like incubating in the van basically every night. Um,
That was on the headliner, right? In January.
yeah. Like the third day in, we all just got like deathly ill.
3 days in.
Yeah, I think it was Detroit. That day, I just started feeling real crappy. The next day, it was over.
And you couldn't perform at what? One of the shows? Two of the shows?
Yeah, it was the Chicago one. I did 4 songs, and then my voice just like completely gave out. And I was like, wow. But we had a plan that we tried to get in motion for that night because I assumed it was going to happen anyways. And I talked to Mike Torres, who was our TM at the time.
Yeah.
I was like, I might need some extra help. I don't know what to do. I don't want to give up on the show, but it seems to me that it's kind of going to be an inevitable thing.
Yeah.
So I tried to get other vocalists on the tour to get involved in learning the other songs, and they were, but everyone wasn't like confidently tight with them.
Yeah.
So no one wanted to go through with it, which is
Yeah.
completely understandable. I would never do that.
Yeah.
So I've, at the end of it, I was like, you know what, I did what I could, and they offered to just finish it out instrumentally. So that's just kind of what we did, and it was just that one night.
It was just that one night. That's
Yeah.
dope, though. I'm sure it still went over well. Did you like after the 4 songs? Did you like go to the van or go somewhere to lay down, or did you like watch them do it?
I watched it.
You did?
Yeah.
Was it like weird?
It was extremely weird, but it was cool. I mean, people still seem to enjoy it, so
Yeah.
I was glad about that.
Something I won't forget,
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, that's not.
It's kind of a once in a it's like a one of a kind thing.
Yeah, exactly. That stuff. So that tour went great. Obviously, I know I worked with bands before, and they were all just like, "Holy shit!"
Yeah, it was like the perfect lineup for that tour. Really,
everyone was
completely destroyed every night.
Yeah,
everyone got along too.
Yeah,
which was great. Everyone on the tour was friends.
No, it's great when everyone can get along, hang out.
Yeah,
sure, everyone made friends, whatnot. I know, like some of the guys
absolutely.
were like at first we're like hesitant, like, it's touring in January, winter.
Yeah,
I'm like, I get it, weather.
Yeah, even I was like that.
Yeah, that I know, and I tell everyone, and I'm like, but at the same time, I'm like, yo, there's also not a lot of tours, like at all.
Yeah.
So it's like you're kind of in a good position to where, you're not going to have any competing competing tours. You're not going to be in the city one night and then Black Dollar Murder is there the next night. So it completely.
Yeah, I think there was one show on that tour that may have had something like that happen, but everyone else was it was very open. There weren't really a whole lot of metal shows going on. I remember at some of the places.
There really isn't.
So yeah, I mean, some places that were very remote were packed, which was extremely surprising considering it was their first headlining tour.
Yep.
But yeah, it did go super well.
Yeah, no, I saw like videos from like the Webster show. I know that got moved from the small room to the big room.
Yeah, that was fun.
That's nuts.
That's probably collectively all our favorite show.
Yeah, I could imagine. And I know like guys, the Signs of the Swarm guys, Brandon Sacrifice, like all.
Yeah, Canada was awesome.
Canada's great. How was the weather for that tour? Did you guys hit any shitty weather?
Yeah, a couple times we did.
Really?
In the Midwest, like in Iowa, it was like -10 or something like that one day, and it was snowing. And then we're trying to load in the snow, and it's like whiteout conditions, and it's freezing. Canada had some snow on the ground, but it wasn't storming.
It wasn't?
That was really about it.
Yeah. Yeah, but, I remember like touring. It was like 10, 11 years ago. I filled in for a band, and because I played guitar, and I remember we played in, where was it? Somewhere in Minnesota. It was like near, I forget, St. Cloud, Minnesota, I believe it was. But it was January, and we show up, and we're unloading everything, snow everywhere, and negative whatever outside. I remember like opening up my guitar case, and just the whole guitar was just covered in ice. And I was like,
That's
I might need to
crazy.
borrow a guitar tonight. I'm like, this shit sucks, man.
That does suck.
Yeah,
Damn.
and then like all like the drum equipment, like the cymbal stands are all fucking frozen over and shit. We're all just like, we need towels. Bring us towels.
That's insane. We've never had anything like that happen.
No, that's
we
good.
did have a guitar case warp in Florida.
From the
Chris,
heat.
Yeah, Chris burnt his hands on his fretboard.
You what?
He burnt his hand on his fretboard when we were playing.
Wow.
Yeah, it was like I'm really weird. I can like always remember weather for some reason. It was like over 100 degrees. It was like almost maximum humidity. And we were playing outside in this pavilion in St. Petersburg.
Oh,
and the sun was right in front. Yeah, it was facing us directly over us.
Yeah.
And it was just beating us down. I threw up all over the place after we played. It was horrible. But it was fun.
But Chris he burnt his fucking hand.
Yeah. Not like severely or anything, but like he was having a hard time with it,
Wow.
If I remember correctly.
That's fucking wow. I don't think I've ever heard of that happen. I mean, that's hot.
It was hot. It was a scorcher. All the merch people were all in the center, in the courtyard too.
So no cover?
No cover. They were just baking in the sun all day.
I would not. Like, guys, you don't got some. Sell it out of the trailer or something.
It was pretty brutal for everybody.
God, dude. Hi, Chris. There he is. There's Mr. Chris Wiseman. Just a little tingle. So when when did you and Chris come together to start Shadow? I don't know too much history on the band. I remember finding out of the band from your old drummer Matt. That's how I found it.
I met Chris. Well, I was in a band this one time years ago called Burning Beneath from Connecticut.
Yeah.
Chris was in another band called Look to Orion, and we played this local show at this French club in Willimantic, Connecticut.
Yeah.
In 2012. And after we played that set, and Chris came up to me and he said a whole bunch of stuff. And I said a whole bunch of stuff about his band. And like a few months went by, and I don't think I was in Burning Beneath anymore. And we talked about making music together. And he sent me these 5 songs he had already tracked for this project he was working on that never happened. And that was 5 songs that were off of our debut album.
Yeah.
And we ended up recording those. And at this time, it was just for like for fun thing. We weren't taking it seriously or anything. And when we put out that EP, we got like 15,000 views, which was like a lot for some of us.
Yeah, for sure at that time, right?
At that time,
so
I've never made any music before, so I was like, wow, that's really encouraging. So we did, we re-recorded those songs and did an album. People like that. So we were like, we'll do one more, and then that was Reclaimer, and a lot of people seemed to like that one, and that was kind of really what made us want to do like a full-time thing when we saw the potential there.
Yeah, that's when I heard that, I was like, it really blew me away. I was like, this is, and I remember telling Matt, I was like, oh, you guys have to do this. I was like, you guys should probably. He was like, yeah, it's more like a studio band. It's seeming like this and that. I'm like, no, I think you guys should. You can do more.
Yeah,
and I mean,
I was pushing for it for a while.
Were you?
There was a little reluctance among some of us at first, just because some of us were already occupied with other stuff that was going on.
Yeah, I know.
But eventually, the opportunity came where we could do it.
Yeah,
and since then, that's just kind of what we've been rolling with.
Yeah, no,
the full-time thing.
It took off. What was the first tour? Was the first tour that Dahlia Whitechapel tour?
Nope. It was the Chaos and Carnage tour with Carnifex and Oceano.
That's what it was.
Yep.
That tour crushed.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
I was pretty bummed out we didn't get to do the full tour.
Oh yeah, you did.
Yeah, I think Chris had a Currents tour, and maybe Matt had another thing going on. I don't remember what was going on.
Yeah, yeah.
But interestingly enough, when we left, the other band that was supposed to take our place got their van repoed the day that they were supposed to leave for the tour, so they couldn't even do the tour.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That sucked. What band was that?
I honestly can't remember.
Someone in chat find out.
Chris probably remembers.
Yeah, Chris probably does. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that's right. You only did. Oh, what did you did? Half of it?
Yep.
Right.
Like 2 weeks, I think.
Is Shadow Intent nearing the completion of an album? I am sure they are. Are you guys? How's that been going? Like writing?
I wouldn't say nearing completion. I would say it's like halfway done.
That's
awesome. But what needs to be done is really just kind of up to me at this point. Chris has already smashed out like all the music, so I just need to write faster, basically.
He's a machine. Chris is a machine. Oh, is Widowmaker.
I've got several songs down.
Yeah.
That I'm gonna be tracking. I'm gonna be demoing out myself tomorrow, probably.
Oh, that's dope.
So we're working on it.
Yeah,
it's definitely coming.
Does Chris Chris has his own studio, right? Or
yeah,
right? Okay. You guys you guys just track everything yourselves. Are you gonna send it to Christian from Cryptopsy?
Yes.
Gonna have him. That's good. Yeah, I know Signs of the Swarm just did their latest song, Christian.
Yeah, he's like the best guy right now.
He really is, man, and he's great. I know. I've heard he's great to work with. I've met him a few times, and Ingested guys fucking love him.
Yeah. One thing that I think is very unique about him compared to other producers that I've worked with in every band that I've been in.
Yeah.
Is he's very willing to do like a lot of revisions. Like we did probably close to like 10 mix revisions. Where we've worked with other people who wouldn't do more than 3.
Wow.
So we worked a lot on the mix for Melancholy.
Yeah. I remember Ingested was just telling me like their latest record, he would send them like new mixes. And then they said it got to the point where they were like, hey, we don't know what sounds different, really. It's like, well, I did this to that, and they're like, okay, it sounds great. Like, which one do you want to use? Which one are you happy with? We're fine with whatever one.
I've usually kept every version like on my iTunes or something, so I can compare.
You go back to him right?
For that reason.
That's fun. He's a great. He's crushing it right now. I'm stoked to hear Cryptopsy.
Yeah, I love that band, man.
Yes, dude. I remember I had them on Devastation on 2017, and they did None So Vile.
None So Vile. Yep. I was supposed to go to that, and
were you?
I think my car broke down and I couldn't go.
Yeah, because we played in Hartford. It was combined. I believe that show was combined with Obituary, or that's what it was.
Yeah,
it was both.
Yeah, I was dying to see None So Vile.
Dude, it was sick.
Didn't make it.
I think the craziest night. Well, I went on the first week and a half of the tour, but the craziest night of the first half of that tour was when we stopped at Maryland Death Fest. And dude, as soon as they like went on stage and just went into the first song, it was just absolutely awesome. Like everyone stage diving and shit. I was like, shit.
Was that the year that Bloodbath played?
I think Bloodbath was the year after. I think they were 2018.
I almost trekked down there just to see them.
See that? I know you're a big Bloodbath.
Oh yeah.
There was like a couple times they were going to tour here and it just fell through.
Yep, I bought tickets for that one that they fully announced.
Yep.
And they just didn't come.
Yeah.
Got refunded.
Yeah. It's like there's like some of those bands that like I don't even know like what happened. I know like I don't know why they didn't come. There's that like other band. What are they? I haven't listened to them. It's a Barishi or no, not that. What's the band that all the members left and it's just the singer and they're from Europe? They have this whole I can't remember the fucking name of the band. It's gonna come to me or someone in chat's gonna say the name, but they were going to come here and do a tour, but there was all this drama going on because the guitarist that got kicked out of the band was the one that created.
Oh, Batushka?
Batushka. There it is. I haven't said that name in like a year. But I remember I confirmed, I worked with that band Hate, and I confirmed them on the tour. And I was like, don't be surprised if this tour doesn't. Like, there's too much like controversy going on with this fucking band, dude, that like, I'm like, I don't know.
That was a shit show.
Yeah, big shit show. And I was just like, don't buy your tickets yet. Let's wait. Like the band already had like their visa, so that was fine. But from a previous tour, I had them on. But like I was like, don't buy your tickets yet. And sure enough, it gets canceled. I was like, damn. There it is. Unfortunately.
What's Hate doing nowadays?
I haven't talked to them. I gotta hit them up actually. I've been like slowly hitting up some of the bands that I work with just to see their feeling about things, you know, and what they want to do. Like I got a few bands like confirmed on some stuff like late next year into like early 2022. Yeah. Like Invested, Sign of the Swarm, and Grand Sacrifice, a few others, but there's still some like the bands that are from like Europe and stuff. I know majority of them, which I work with. A lot of my rosters from fucking Europe. So majority of them are like, yeah, we're gonna wait until things are almost 100. Yeah, because now you know I hit up this visa lawyer that I work with. A lot of my bands work with. She's great. And I was like, how are things looking? Like, has the price increased? Because they were gonna increase prices on visas during all this pandemic shit. Like, how are you gonna do that, right? But there was a pause. Yeah, there was a pause put on it. But she did mention that they raised the premium because you can get premium processing, so your bank can get an answer on your visas within 14 days instead of waiting 3, 4, 5 months. But they increased that price from $1,440 to $2,500.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Huh. And I was just like, "Are you kidding?" Oh.
That's classic America, though.
Dude, I was just like, he's like, we can go, right? You know, Shadow of Intent can go to Europe, and you don't need a visa.
Yep.
It's like for those guys, those bands, Europe, anywhere you need visas, work visas, come here. Cost like $4 or $5 grand.
Yeah, a fortune.
Yeah,
your whole profit that you would make from the tour, probably.
Oh yeah, I mean, I've had when Ingested first came over here in 2015. I mean, I think they recovered from. I think they broke even. It was their first time touring here, and people were like so very anxious to see Ingested live.
Yeah.
So they really did well. I mean, I remember
that was that Origin tour, I think.
Yeah, Origin, Crisian, Aeon, and I remember going to the Dallas date. Like doors opened and just a line at their merch right over. I was like, oh. Yeah. And my friend Bryce, who's Bryce Lucian, not Butler, but the Seeker guys. Bryce, the singer of Seeker, he TM'd the tour, and he told me ahead of time. He's like, watch when doors open, you'll see like this line in front of them. And sure enough, he was right about that. Anyway, let's see. This is a question. He's not in chat right now, but he comes here a lot. Guttural Kane. He's a cool fucking dude. He couldn't make it today, but he wanted me to ask, what are like some of your biggest inspirations?
Oh boy. I guess it should start from the beginning. Originally, it started with George Fisher from Cannibal Corpse.
Yep.
I heard Cannibal Corpse and I was like, I want to do that. That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah.
And I was about 14 at that point, and that's when I started.
Oh, wow.
But after that, I took a lot of influence from like Michele Capelt, Opeth, Bloodbath, Nurgle from Behemoth is another huge inspiration of mine, vocal-wise. I can't remember his name. But the vocalist of Aeon.
Yeah. Oh God, I haven't talked to those guys. They're taking years writing record.
Yeah, okay. No, man.
It's okay. It's gonna be good. We all know it's gonna be good.
I just want Bleeding the False too.
Yes,
and I'll
please.
be happy.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Some more Phil Bozeman definitely as well. When I was younger, I definitely used to practice to like a lot of Whitechapel songs.
Yeah,
as well as the others I've listened or listed.
Mm-hmm.
Randy Blythe is another big one.
Thank God. Well.
Honestly, there's quite a few, honestly, that I've drawn influence from.
Yeah,
I don't really have like a perspective like a lot of people do on vocalists where I'm like, oh, that guy's so amazing. It's more I appreciate like little nuances they do, or little accentations, or maybe
Yeah.
it's like how they balance their vocals in their throat, I guess. I don't even know how to describe it to someone that would understand.
Did anyone
Um,
show you how to do it, or were
no.
you just started doing it? Right.
Yeah. I grew up in a really small town that was completely surrounded by woods.
Yeah.
There was zero metal scene whatsoever. There was probably like 6 or 7 metal kids in the town that I was friends with. And a few of those guys had a little garage band, and they were trying to cover some songs, and they didn't know anyone who knew how to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So I just kind of like threw on some music and went for it.
Yep.
The first thing I ever tried to do was a Slipknot song, and
Okay. Oh yeah.
I just kind of went at it from there, and found some local bands that were like 45 minutes away from me.
Yeah.
Joined up with them.
So you never like took any lessons?
No,
Pretty much learned, right? All
pretty
the time.
much, yeah. Just slowly, gradually getting better at stuff over the years.
Practice. What did your
Yep.
parents think of it?
At first, I think my mom, it took her a little getting used to.
Yeah.
But yeah, my dad and my stepmom,
Yeah.
they didn't really care.
Yeah.
I would shut my door, and they would be pretty supportive about it. They were like, "Yeah, do your thing." There were times though where they'd be having like family parties, and I'd be upstairs like doing vocals by myself, and they'd be like, "Can you come downstairs and say hello?" And I'm like, "No, I'm in the middle of my thing right now."
I'm trying to get better here, guys.
Yeah, I'm like 15 years old, and I'm like, "No, this is important.
Leave me alone."
Yeah.
I don't want to go to this party.
At least it was all worth it, though.
Yeah.
I never thought anyone would ever, I
mean,
never thought I would actually do anything.
Yeah. No, I don't think anyone.
Yeah.
I never be in any band. Or
Yeah,
even
I
start
bet
playing
it's crazy.
guitar and get decent at guitar. You know, I remember like playing guitar, and then I started like writing my own song. You know, I was in this As Lay Dying ripoff band. It was like As Lay Dying, like Chapel ripoff band. You know,
that's all I want to do. I just wanted to be in a Cannibal Corpse ripoff band. Like,
I
was very young. I thought they were like superheroes. I'd watch their DVD like 25 times. You know how it is.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, it was just, I grew up like, I went from like finding out about Korn, Slipknot, Mudvayne, those bands. Then I went to.
I was raised with Korn. So.
Yes, yeah.
It's my mom's favorite band.
So. Is it, dude? That's crazy. It's funny because like that's awesome. He's like, my mom loves like Linkin Park, loves. Like I showed her all these bands. She's like, I remember showing her like Slipknot. Holy, what is this? This is so cool.
Yep, she digs the drums.
Digs the drums. It's like it's cool to like, it's cool like find like loud like about and burn of it. Like, what do they think about it? Where you guys have they come to a show? I'm sure.
Yeah, my mom hasn't been to a show of mine since I was like 18. I don't think she doesn't really do like loud shows.
Not
stuff
but she's
like
probably
that.
seen videos.
Yeah, she's watched videos. She used to go to shows like way back in the day. She's kind of just like over the whole thing, I think.
Yeah.
But my dad came to that Webster show, and my dad conveniently was in Anaheim, California when we played the House of Blues there with Black Dahlia Murder, which was sold out.
Wow.
There was like 2,200 people there, so that was cool. But they love it. They're all about it. My whole family, even my grandparents, are stoked on it. Everyone has merch. Everyone buys stuff. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, I remember just like being a band. My dad's just like, as long as you can pay your bills.
Like,
yeah, that's all it ever was. Like,
yep.
Don't ask me for money.
It was a struggle, I will say, when I was trying to make the band become a thing. I don't think anyone really like bought into it.
Yeah.
But after it took off, like the last couple of years, they've really been pretty attentive with it.
Really?
Yeah.
Am I cutting out? I don't know why. Am I cutting out for you?
You're not cutting out for me, no.
Not for you? That's where there's been a couple. My girlfriend has said someone else said it too. Am I still cutting out, guys? Yeah, Dan's cutting out for sure when he's more quiet. Oh, it might be like my. Tuesday. I don't know what a lot of this shit does. There we go. Maybe that will be better. Let me know if that's better, guys. I turned down the noise gate a little bit. We got a question from. You haven't cut out in a couple minutes. Okay, cool. From 100, he asked Ben if it would, if would take on a third band and had complete control of everything, what would it be like? If you could take on a third band and you had complete control over it, what would you do with it, right? I guess.
It would probably sound like it came out in 96.
Oh, hell yeah.
And it would probably just be riffs, no breakdowns. Pretty much like some old Suffocation or Morbid Angel shit.
Oh, fuck yes.
I've always wanted to write my own death metal EP. Eventually I will.
You gotta find like some dude. Do you play guitar at all, or you just?
I do, yeah.
Oh, you do.
I'm trying to get an HM2 pedal, and then I'll get started on it.
Oh shit! When did you start playing guitar? When you were doing vocals?
I've been really on and off with it recently. I started when I was like 18. I played for like 3 years straight, and I stopped for like a year. Played for another couple of years, stopped, and now I'm playing again.
Wow.
So I'm not like the greatest guitar player, but I can play riffs and shit.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I'm good at it, and I can learn. Like, I could definitely learn a bunch of stuff. I could probably learn some Shadow of Intent stuff. Probably take me a minute because I don't really play anymore.
Yeah,
but,
same.
If
I sat down and tried to do it, I probably could. But
yeah, same. Like, I gotta just practice. That's all.
Yeah.
Well, that's dope. I never knew you play guitar. I mean,
yeah, a little bit.
Do people know? I don't know if people know you play guitar.
Not really.
No, not that public about that, right?
Yeah, not really.
No.
I'm pretty self-conscious when it comes to that. I don't even play in front of Chris, really.
I'm self-conscious about it too. People are like, you should do like guitar, like maybe guitar, like Rocksmith stuff on Twitch, and I'm like, nah. Nah, because if I start fucking up a part, I'm gonna get embarrassed. I can't handle that. I don't want to do that. Did you guys? So did Shadow of Intent did you guys expect to take off like it did?
Absolutely not.
No. You had no fun.
I thought everyone would be like, "What is this metal about Halo? This is the dumbest thing I've ever heard." Like, that's what I expected.
Like, literally.
And yeah, literally. Like, why would anyone care about that? But people did. So
yeah, and here we are.
I mean, it was a pleasant surprise. It was just like I said, it was a hobby. It was just something we did for fun. Like, I didn't have anything going on at the time. I was working a job, and I just finished school.
And that was it.
So
because Chris was in Currents before Shadow started, or no?
I think he joined Currents like right after we recorded our first EP.
Right.
Like,
oh, okay.
Like maybe not even a month after.
Okay. And he was kind of doing that. I feel like pushing that.
They were already like a way more serious thing at the time, so they were already pushing.
They were already pushing that. That's dope.
They've come really far too.
They really have. You know, like I do like the earlier Current stuff. I dug it, but like I really like the new record. Yeah. Like they've really come around. Like it's more mature, and it's just, I think the songwriting is better, the vocals and just everything about it is better than their past stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
I really think they they execute what they're doing really well now.
All Chris does is write music.
Yeah, I can tell.
So.
I mean, he's streaming, he's writing.
Yep,
it's like fucking guitar. It's tight now, man. How was that experience going out with the Black Dollar Murder in Whitechapel and Flesh God Apocalypse?
Crazy.
Crazy?
Like, I can fully admit that I was a Punisher back in the day. Like, completely, 100%. And, like, if 15-year-old me was on that tour, he wouldn't have been able to handle it.
Yeah,
like,
no.
But,
no.
But, you know, being as old as I was, it was just crazy to me that we were actually doing that.
Yeah. Because was that your second tour with the band?
Yeah.
Right? It's crazy, right?
Yeah, I was like, our second tour, it doesn't feel like we should be on a tour like this.
Yeah, you wouldn't expect it.
We were.
Yeah.
But they treated us so nicely. Everyone was very, very friendly.
That's what's up.
Flesh God Apocalypse are probably some of the nicest people I've ever met in my life.
Yeah, I've always heard about them.
Same with Black Dahlia and Whitechapel.
Yeah.
Aversion's Crown, obviously. I mean, we're great friends with those guys. So
yeah,
for me, that was kind of implied, but I should say that.
So it was pretty crazy to get. Yeah, I mean, I remember you guys getting that tour. I was like, holy shit! I'm like, that is the perfect tour. I was like, that's the perfect tour for this band. I'm like, that's it right there. Those shows, I mean, insane.
Yeah, it was great. It was a great time.
The next tour is this European tour that I have up here, right there.
Oh yeah, yep.
When is
That's the next one?
I didn't even look at the dates because I know that got rescheduled. When did that get rescheduled?
I think it's January 2022.
Oh yeah, it's crazy. Like there's a lot of like more like every week it's like, hey, we're gonna be planning this tour spring 2022, and I'm like, what year is it right now? I'm like, I never planned shit this far ahead. Never. I never have.
It's crazy and it's rough, man.
Yeah, it is.
It's like it's part of this little curse thing that's been following me my whole life. Since I was a little kid, I've always wanted to go to Europe, and every fucking time the opportunity presents itself, there's some crazy thing that comes up that just totally like delays it
or something,
throws it in the garbage can.
Yeah, because you haven't been yet, so this is gonna be the first one.
I tried to go like 3 years ago for a vacation as well, and
didn't work.
Something came up. Yeah, it didn't work.
Dude, so this is the only time I've been to Europe. It was 2010. It's February 2010. I was filling in on guitar with this band called Life Ruiner. We don't have to talk about this. The only reason I wanted to do this fucking thing was because I was going to go to Europe. And it was with them, playing guitar for them. And it was with this band Lygia from Massachusetts. And so at the time, or was it 2009? 2009, January 2009. Or February 2009, sorry. Anyway, at the time, at that time I was only booking tours for like 2-3 years. I didn't book that tour, obviously, but I didn't know about visas, right? I didn't know about work visas because like in the UK you need work visas. And so I had no idea about this crap. And the manager for the band was just like, yeah, you don't need that stuff. When you get over there, you go to passport control, just tell them you're on vacation, right? And I'm like, oh, okay, sure. So we get off the plane, 8 hours, 7 a.m. there. We're going up the escalator, I remember, and I remember like reminding the guys like, hey, listen, we're all on vacation, all right? So 2 of the guys were like my best friends, Matt, are my best friends, and Matt and Brendan. They're brothers. They look like fucking twins. And they were filling in the band as well. And I told them, obviously, you two are together because you're fucking brothers. And me and Aaron, the singer, we just separate from each other. And everyone just say they're on vacation. So I'm at one podium talking to this woman. And then Aaron, the singer, is at this one next to me, like 10 feet away from me. And I just, I in the corner of my eye, I see him like look over at me. And he's like, yo, Dan, how long are we here for? And I didn't say anything to him. And I was like, is he really doing this right now? I just told him not to do this, like literally like 5 minutes ago. How do you forget that quick? And he's like, Dan. Like keeps saying my name. And I look over. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Those are exact. I will never forget it. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? And it was like right there. Get over here. I'm like, oh my fucking God, dude. Interrogated for like 9 fucking hours. Fingerprints, one-on-one interviews, sat in a fucking room on plastic chairs for like 9-10 hours until our plane took us back to the States. Dude, it was ridiculous. It was the Heathrow Airport. I will never forget it. The only thing we ate in those 10 hours was a stupid sandwich out of a fucking vending machine and bottled water. It was the most miserable, stupid, the dumbest shit ever. Look, they were pretty nice though. Like I explained to them, like, yo, I don't know about any of this shit. It's our first time here, I don't. So they were like, they believed us and everything was fine. We didn't get like banned from going back again. They were like, you could literally go back. We're gonna send you back home, and you can literally go get a work visa, and then you can come right back a week later. Like you're not gonna get denied. I was like, okay, good. But I couldn't get a work visa while we were being detained.
Yeah.
I remember asking the guard, I was like, how much is it? He's like, it's like $250. I was like, take my money, dude. I'll pay for it right now. It's cool. Like I got the money. Like, no, it can't work that way. You're already being processed. That's out the window. I was like, oh my God, dude.
Makes no sense.
So yeah, I've never been to Europe. I've been to Canada once, Toronto. That's it. Everyone's like, wait, you've been booking tours this long and you never? I'm like, no. Don't ask why.
Canada's pretty cool.
It is.
Been there a few times now.
Yeah, Toronto was a blast. That was
Toronto's cool.
It was a wild night. That was
Andrew and I went on a Chipotle adventure with Brittany as well. We went all around Toronto looking for this one Chipotle. And a dispensary, but I'm pretty sure it took us like so long that we got back like just before we were about to play or something like that.
Jesus. So is there just like one Chipotle in Toronto?
I think it was like a few miles away, yeah, and we just walked it.
Just walked around.
Yeah.
Trying to find it. Dark Dragon asked, can you ask Ben if they would ever come to Israel? That would be wild.
Yeah.
I mean, why not?
I'm trying to go everywhere.
Fucking everywhere,
dude. Israel. I'll go to Syria. I'll go to... I don't care. I just want to go...
Just everywhere. I would want to just go everywhere, dude. Australia. Yeah. I really want to go to Australia.
That's been like my thing since I was a kid. I just want to go everywhere.
Yeah. No, definitely.
I've always been like real into like history and stuff like that. I know way too much stuff, and there's been so much stuff I've wanted to just go see throughout my life. So any opportunity I can to go somewhere, I'm taking it.
You should talk to I don't know if you ever met Bryce Lucian.
I don't think so.
The singer from Seeker and Bryce Butler's other band. You guys would get along really well. History. So when I moved in with Bryce Butler, also Bryce was living there from Seeker, and Andy owns the house from Seeker. So we're all living together, but like every time like we'd all like me, Bryce, Lucian, and like Andy would get drunk, Bryce would just go out, just literally start giving like history lessons to us because we were getting like some
do the same shit when I get too high.
Yeah. So I'm just like, I remember there's so many times we're sitting in the kitchen, we'll come back from the bar, or we just got like drunk at the house or hanging out, and he would just go on about like, a topic would come up, and then that would go into something else, and then it would date back to this, and it would go into. I'm like, am I in history
I'm the same guy, dude.
Yeah,
me and him would get along.
You two would just go to town on that.
That's mad funny.
It's hilarious. I've learned a lot of history because of him.
My Brittany, my fiance, is at this point is just like, cool it, like it's too much.
Calm down.
Yeah.
I get it. I know now. Josh Rumadad asks, what's the one thing you'd say to your beginner self? What would you say to young Ben now? Would you have changed anything maybe?
I probably would have made myself practice even harder.
Yeah?
Because
you don't think you did enough?
Not that, but I mean, I don't know how to put it, I guess. Like, if I knew that people were going to appreciate my vocals as much as they do now back then I would have tried probably to make them even better than they are now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think, dude, you crush it. Like, sometimes when I when I saw like a picture of because when I found out about Shout Out 10, I was like, wow, this dude's gnarly. Like, he's really good vocals. And I see a picture of him, like, God, he's so young. Like, how did you do this? But also yesterday I did this new stream where I think I'm gonna do it like once a month, where I have like a producer as my guest, and we have bands like submit their songs for free, and we just talk about them, critique them in a sense.
Oh, that's cool.
And it went really well yesterday with Ricky from Hawk. He's the singer from Hawk. It used to be that band called This or the Apocalypse, and he's the guitarist of Ice Nine. You remember This or the Apocalypse?
That I'm pretty sure the show that me and Chris's bands met at was This or the Apocalypse show.
Yeah. Toto used to play a lot, like especially in the Northeast or from Pennsylvania. So, but yeah, so he was my guest. It went really well, and it was a blast. It was a great time. Everyone, like all the bands, were like really stoked on it. Ricky went really into detail. Like he's a really good producer. So he really, and he's a very good vocalist too. On top of that. And songwriter, dude's a great guitarist as well. I mean, he's just a fucking prodigy. I love the guy. And there was this one band. I can't remember the name off the top of my head. It's in my Discord. I'll pull it up later. But the singer's 16. But we didn't know this, right? So we're listening to the song and we're like, wow, this is fucking good. There was like some things Ricky said about the drums, because they were like programmed. So they could, like, the kicks could have been better, this and that, stuff like that. But we were like, yo, like he was in the chat. The vocalist was in the chat. Yeah, it was that dude Dom. That's yeah, and he was just like he was. I don't know if we asked him how old he was, but he said he was 16, and we were just like, what? And he's like, yeah, I've only been doing vocals for 6 months, and we're like, what? Huh? Like it sounds like somebody that
sometimes is like that.
Yeah, dude. And like he sounds like somebody like in his mid-20s, late 20s, who's been doing vocals for years.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, wow. And even great kid, dude. Even Ricky was just like, what the fuck? Just like, all right, keep doing what you're doing, keep practicing, don't stop. I mean,
sick.
It was really fucking cool, man. It's
usually people that start really young like that end up with a lot of skills.
Oh yeah.
I feel like I can't remember his name, but also Dickie Allen started. I'm pretty sure
when he was young,
in his teenage years.
Yeah.
I don't know if he started when he was as young as I was, but I know he started pretty young.
Yeah. Yeah. Yesterday, Dickie was doing a stream. He was recording vocals for a Christmas song. That was written.
Of course he is.
Yeah, written by this dude Nick. I don't know. Do you know who Nick Nocturnal is?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So it was for him, and he did the stream. It was funny, but
That's sick.
Dickie's fucking hilarious, dude.
I could see him doing that.
Dude, always drinking Bush beers while he's streaming. Just Bush. I'm like, you drink any other fucking beer, dude? No, Bush. I'm like, all right, Dickie. He's fucking great. Yeah, he did start when he was 16? Roomba Dad? Yeah, because I know John, yeah, he knows him, so damn, that's crazy. So what are Ben, who's in here, Benny the Narwhal, he's a great fucking dude. He had a question here too. What are you most excited to see on your European tour? Like, is there any specific places you're going to that you're like really stoked on? Check out.
There's a few cities, yeah. The most particular city I'm most excited about is Berlin. My family is German.
Yeah.
And there's so many like monuments and things there that I've known about for so many years. But I think the top number one thing I've always wanted to see is the Reichstag monument.
Awesome.
I don't know if it's a monument, but I don't know what it is now, but it's still there.
Where is it? Where is it?
That's in Berlin.
Berlin.
And that was like the Nazi Parliament building in World War II, essentially. And that's where the Soviet flag was flown over when World War II ended. So I've always wanted to see that building. That's like number one. I can't really remember where else we're going on that tour.
There's a lot of spots.
I'm pretty sure we're driving near the Black Forest in Germany too, and that's the place I wanted to stop.
That's fucking awesome.
Yep. If possible, in France, I'd like to check out some old historical battle sites.
Yeah.
But that's like my prerogative.
Yeah, I remember like Bryce is one of my really good friends. Lucian. Same with Butler. Love them both. But Lucian, he's all in the history shit. And when he was over in Europe was it on this Rings of Saturn tour earlier this year, or it might have been one before this? I think it was when he went on tours. He TM'd or he guitar teched for Septic Flesh. It was like a year ago, and it was like a really long fucking tour. It was like a 60-day tour, and he was always just sending me pictures and videos of everywhere he was going. He's like every day. It was like him and one of the other guys were really in the history, and they would just get to the show, get to the venue, and just leave and go out and go to museums and go here and go there.
See, I wouldn't be able to handle myself over there if I went for like a vacation or something like that, because I'd end up staying there for years.
Yeah,
I would never come back home.
Yeah, just like, can we just move there?
Yeah, I would be so lost in my own interests, it wouldn't even be funny. Like World War II is my number one subject for history. Yeah. Like I know pretty much everything about it. You can pick any battle from that, and I can tell you what happened. And
that's fucking
so
awesome.
When I go to Europe, a lot of the places I'm going are going to have to do with that.
That's tight.
So
are like the other guys in your band all about that stuff, or are they just
not really?
Not
no.
really, right?
Yeah, not really.
So you're just gonna
more just me.
Yeah. You're just gonna get to the shows and just like, I'll be back in a few hours.
Hopefully. Yeah, basically. Hopefully. My great grandfather fought in World War II, so that's kind of like the origination of it.
Yeah, is that we're all.
Yeah, and like I know his whole route everywhere he went, pretty much. So I'm trying to kind of retrace that if I can when I get over there.
That's a cool idea. Let's see. Benny had another question I wanted to ask. This good. He said, Ben, I know you said the upcoming album is your favorite Shadow of Intent album instrumentally. What are the differences in the upcoming album from previous Shadow of Intent albums instrumentally? What do you think is like a bit different from the last ones?
It is
like more mature.
Arguably less melodic at times.
Okay.
Like it has more of like a dark vibe than Melancholy in a different sense. It's not like a horror album. It's in the sense of like demons and stuff like that. It's like a real life nasty kind of horror that you don't want to experience.
Damn.
And we kind of try to captivate that kind of emotion with the full sound of it.
Yeah.
There are longer songs than we've done.
Okay.
It's probably more death metal sounding.
Really? That's awesome.
To your average or not so average listener.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's
hard to describe. It's very progressive at times as well. It's probably the most progressive album we've done.
Wow. All right. That's awesome. I'm definitely stoked to hear that. That sounds very interesting.
It's definitely awesome, in my opinion. There aren't any vocals on it, so that's why I'm allowed to say that.
Yeah. When it comes to like the lyric writing, is that like all you, or do like
pretty much
usually?
The last album, I went to Chris for a lot of help. I was going through some pretty crappy times when it was time to get recording the album.
Yeah.
So he helped me a lot with that one. But awesome. The first two is pretty much all me. Yeah.
Wow. And then this new one's pretty much all you?
So far, yeah.
So far, yeah. How do you guys usually write? Is it like Chris writes pretty much the music, I assume?
Yeah, first.
He is the guy writing it all?
Yep. Except for our first album, I had, I think, all the lyrics for every song done before it was finished written.
Oh, okay.
Or being written, sorry.
Okay, you had all there, damn. That's dope. Unmuted Show asked, he said, I ask this a lot, but always curious, do you know... and do you dig any bands from the Middle East? Do you know?
Yeah, I was just talking to this this fan of my of Shadow of Intent from Syria who lives in Aleppo the other day, which is crazy.
Yeah, that's fucking tough.
But he sent me a couple bands from over there. I'm trying to find them. I can't find them. One band was from the Nile area, I think, in Egypt, and then there was another one that was from Bahrain.
Okay.
And they were both black metal bands, and it was like unlike anything I've ever heard in my life.
Really? No shit.
I've been trying to find more Middle Eastern bands since that, actually, because it doesn't sound like anything you'd hear over in the Western culture.
Yeah.
And it's so different that it almost doesn't even sound
like
it's the same kind of metal.
Yeah, like it doesn't sound like your typical black metal, right?
Yeah, I'm really into it. So if anyone in this chat here has more Middle Eastern bands they want to throw at me, please do.
He said, do you see the chat right now?
Scarab, I've heard of Scarab.
You have?
I don't know the other one.
I gotta write these down. I'm gonna copy and paste that. So I'm totally always down to check out new music. I think I've been slacking on that this year. Slightly.
Yeah. I was too. But yeah, the Middle East has some fucking tight songs.
He said, "Oh, I think you're talking about. I cannot pronounce that. Don't ask me to pronounce it.
Jahannam.
Does that sound familiar?
It means hell in Arabic. I'm pretty sure.
Damn. I'm gonna write that down too. Means hellfire. Ooh. Is that Melikesh? I always forget how to pronounce that band name. You know who that?
Melkesh, I think.
I
I've
think
heard
it
of
is.
them. I'm looking it up on my YouTube history right now, trying to find them. It's here somewhere. Sorry, guys. I'm so sorry to hold this all up.
We're chilling, bro.
My chat's just like not loading.
That's all good. Can you guys recommend us some bands that you listen to? Or some new bands? Or just any band in general?
Was the name of this band. QAF.
QAF. That was
Al-Qassam Al-Qurban.
You said they're called QAF?
Yep, Kaf. And then, yes, the other one was Nar Jahannam.
The other one was that? Okay. Yeah, I wrote these down. So I'm definitely going to check these out. That's fucking dope. Can you guys recommend some bands you listen to? I mean, for new bands, some new bands that I'm like into right now. There is, let's say, some new. It's kind of hard with new, but To the Grave is fucking sick.
Dane Evans, vocalist of that band.
Yeah, sure. I love their last record, and I really love their new song, Miserable Summer. I think they're a great fucking band.
I haven't listened to them in a while.
Their new song is fucking awesome. Strangled is another. I love this band. They're from Oklahoma. If you love pissed off, heavy music, but fast heavy music, Strangled is your band.
I think I checked them out. I don't think I was really into it though. It's not really like my style of music that I usually listen to. Not that it's bad or anything.
Yeah, it's just not your thing. I get it totally. Oh shit, Cameron from Born of Osiris with the raid. What's up, dude? I love Cameron. And see, that's another dude. It's like he's such a cool guy, and I see, we've kind of chatted a little bit, but like I've never even met him before. But he's such a cool fucking dude.
I very briefly met him.
Did you?
In Chicago.
Yeah, I've met like Lee, the guitarist from Born of Osiris, a few times. Because he lives in Dallas.
I don't think I've met anyone else from Born of Osiris.
No, I've always heard good things. I've been a Born of Osiris fan since that fucking first album. I think we all have.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I was like sophomore in high school, and I bought that A Higher Place album in FYE.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been a while.
Yeah, dude. I remember when that came out, I was like, "What? Whoa, this is fucking."
Yeah, it was like wild. Right when it came out.
Yeah, I remember just being like, me and my friends, everyone was just like blown away by it. Just like, what?
Yeah, it was unique. It was very unique.
Yeah, no one was doing that. It was just like, holy fuck. He's streaming on Twitch now, obviously. But I mean, dude, Cameron. Dude, you're such a talented ass dude. Guitar and everything. He's just
what's up, Cameron?
Always fucking writing. That whole year or two when Sumerian Core first came out was game changing.
Yeah.
Yes.
It totally was.
It really was.
Faceless, Veil of Maya, and Boo. I was super addicted to those bands when I first got into like death metal and stuff.
Yeah. Dude, when oh my god. I went even after the Burial, I remember seeing them with their old vocalist at a festival. I think it was in Wisconsin. It was called Robot Mosh Fest. And it was not, everyone played Ion, Dissonance, See You Next Tuesday, My Bitter End. After the Burial, cool. I'm pretty sure Born of Osiris played it. I mean, fucking everybody played this shit, dude. And I remember seeing After the Burial, and then we partied with them that night. I was on tour with My Bitter End. I was doing merch for them. And it was, just seeing After the Burial, I was just like mind blown by this band.
They're so good.
Dude, I was just like,
they were a band that took me longer to get into for some reason, but
oh really?
I had a friend when I was younger be like, dude, you're an idiot, and he gave me Rare Form. I was like, wow, I'm totally an idiot.
I am an idiot. What have I been doing this whole time?
Yeah.
But it was wild because like I love their new singer. Like he's great. But like the old singer was so unique for that band. I don't know. Do you remember him? Like his high pitched scream, like
yep. I have both versions of Rare Form still on my iTunes.
Yes.
On my iPod. So I can just kind of.
Yeah. He was just so, even that old record, it was just so different. I remember like watching him like, wow, this band's fucking heavy, fast. Like this is gnarly. And then his vocals, I was like, whoa, I've never heard vocalists do those type of vocals over like music like that, and it was just like crazy to me. I wonder what the hell he's doing. That's a good question. When are we expecting new Hollow Prophet?
I really don't accurately know the answer to that question.
Because that's like a side project thing, obviously, right?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Everyone's right now just kind of gunning their main projects.
Yeah. It's like whenever it comes back down to that, then there'll be some new Hollow Prophet, I'm sure.
Yeah. Like, I haven't really been in too much contact with Jack lately. He seems like pretty busy with whatever he's doing with Slaughter.
Yeah.
Which I imagine is an album.
Yeah. I mean, they're due for an album.
Yeah.
They are. Doesn't he run Rising merch?
Yes.
Right? Okay.
Yep.
So, I mean, he's obviously busy with that. He's busy with
he's got his hands full.
Yeah. Because the last thing you guys released was that 2019? Was it?
I think so, maybe. Yeah, that single.
The single, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
What was it?
We could have had it done a lot sooner. Just 2019 was just like the worst year for me, and I just completely had to put everything on hold for a while.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much why that got held up.
I hear you.
Originally,
yeah. The market is
so yeah, I don't really know when that's coming.
Soon, I'm sure. At some point when you guys, when it's time. That's how side projects usually are, though. It's kind of like, it's like when it's like, because obviously other guys in the band are in other bands that are more
like
active.
Look at Bloodbath, for example. It's like every 4 to 6 years they have an album or something.
Yeah, exactly. Did you have any Benny, a good question. Did you have any favorite 2020 releases? Anything this year?
Yeah, for sure. Benighted's new album was my number one.
Yes.
I've jammed that album a lot this year.
Yes, dude, that band, I saw them with Aborted when they came here.
Damn. Yeah, I missed that. I think I was on tour and I was really mad.
Were.
I've been trying to see Aborted for like a decade.
Oh, you haven't seen them yet?
I've missed them every single time they've come here.
That band is so good, dude. So good.
It's always something that goes on.
Yeah, something gets in the way.
Yeah. So that was my favorite. Acacia Strain probably gets number 2.
They crushed on that record.
Yeah, I put them up on.
I did just see. I saw your post. I saw it today. I went to your Instagram, and I was like, oh yeah.
Oh, Beneath Massacre, Black Dahlia Murder, and Cytotoxin.
Yeah.
One I didn't put on there is that new Scour EP.
Dude, I haven't listened to it yet.
Apparently Jason Momoa is on one of the songs.
Really?
Yeah, dude, I checked it out today. I thought that the YouTube comments were just joking, but when I Googled it and saw that news sites have reported that Jason Momoa is in this song, I'm like, okay.
That's wild. Yeah, I've been meaning. Yeah, I've been meaning to listen to that. I gotta go back and listen. Well, I have to listen to that shit.
It's really good.
How did Hollow Prophet come together? Like, how was that band created? Was that like, did he come to you?
Yeah,
he was like,
he did.
You want to do vocals on this type of thing?
Yeah, pretty much. I think he had another project at that time called Jonestown Morning with CJ McCreery that I don't think he was interested in doing anymore or something, or somebody wasn't.
Yeah.
So he hit me up and we started that. And
it just all started from there. Is it just you two guys?
It was also Luca, the drummer of Within Destruction.
Oh, that's right.
But
he was in it.
Now the later stuff has been Austin Archie's been working on that with us.
Oh, that's right. I remember he announced that like months ago, right?
Yeah.
I remember that. I love Austin. Actually, just
Class A dude.
I know, dude. I just confirmed, and he wants to do one of these episodes, so he's going to be on here in January.
Oh, I'll watch that one.
Yeah, I can't wait for new Lorna Shore.
Yeah, man.
Those guys are fucking. I remember seeing them live in New Jersey. Oh man, I don't remember what year it was. They were so fucking young, and I was like, I think this band has something. And then they came out.
I think I've seen them live more than any time.
Really?
Or more times than any touring band I can't talk. Any band that I've toured with.
Yeah. Damn. That many? You've seen Lorna Shore that many times?
Yeah. My old band played a show with Lorna Shore in like 2012 or something like that.
Wow.
2011 or something. Where we played above them on the
Yeah.
bill.
Wow.
And they
That's
were
cool.
like the only band that watched the set.
Really?
The only people that did. I'm pretty
Wow.
sure.
Did you guys like
cool.
become friends there? Kind of.
Not really.
Not yet.
Not yet. I think I originally became friends with Austin, just because I think Chris told me that he was into Shadow and Tenor Sun, and I hit him up and was like, "Hey, heard you checked our stuff out. Thanks," or something like that. I don't know. It was like 5 years ago, 6 years ago.
That's dope. Yeah, those guys are fucking awesome. Especially Austin, man. I remember me and him formally met. I was in, what was it? It was one of the last Balance and Composure shows. It was their like farewell tour, and I love Balance and Composure. Me and my girlfriend Megan went to the show. My friend JB from Florida was up in New York for it. And where the fuck? I think we went to Philly. And that's when I like finally like met Austin. Because I remember seeing Lorna Shore back then, like years ago when they were like really young. But we never like talked before, like at all. And then we met at that Balance and Composure show, and he was just a fucking rad dude.
I was in this other band that did like a little 4-day tri-state area run.
Oh, really?
So that's really when I got pretty acquainted with them.
Oh, that's dope. Do you have a favorite Lorna Shore song? Anyone that's specific?
Hard pick, but probably Throne of Worms or White Noise.
Yeah, those are good ones.
Something off of the first album.
The first record, yeah.
It's my favorite deathcore album.
Dude, it really, that turned heads, man. I remember when it came out.
Yeah. That was like the last deathcore album I really cared about.
Yeah. Are you working on any active projects besides Shadow? Holoprophet?
No.
Nah, right.
I have talked with some people about maybe doing some stuff after I get the album out.
Yeah.
Like I've really been wanting to do a death metal project, like I've said.
Yeah, you definitely should do that.
Yeah, I know I'm in a deathcore band. I've always done deathcore, but I've always wanted to do death metal. Yeah, so that's more of my thing, I feel like.
I mean, a lot of your influences, a lot of bands that you love are death metal. You got Bloodbath,
yeah, it's like, I don't ever really listen to deathcore ever.
Yeah.
I usually just listen to death metal or black metal.
Yep. Yeah, I listen to a lot of shit. A lot of people think they'll look at the bands that I work with and like, oh, you listen to a lot of death metal, and I'm like, no.
I used to.
Yeah.
But the older I get, the smaller my taste becomes. I've noticed.
Oh yeah, dude. It happens. Sometimes I'm like, a lot of people are like, yo, you gotta check out this new band. And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, I never really get around to it sometimes, which is so weird because I used to be all about it.
I push myself to do it, and I'm like,
I think I just can't hold any more bands in my head or something.
Dude, there's so many. It's hard. Like I'll do streams sometimes where we're just jamming music. People like whoever's hanging out in the chat, like just show me whatever they're listening to, or whatever. Just show me music, right? And people that I've been showing a lot of good newer bands, but it's like it's so overwhelming sometimes. I'm like, yeah, this is fucking sick, and I'm like, yeah, I gotta check this album out, and then I forget to do it for like months, and then I'm like, you know what? Let me go listen to that.
There's stuff that I even like buy and then don't listen to for like 2 years after, and I'm like, wow, this album's so good. Why did I not listen to this? Like Surreption, their new album, I sat on it for like 2 years.
Did you really?
Oh, yeah, and then when I heard it, I was like, oh my god, this is like mind-blowingly great.
Why'd I sleep on this?
Yeah.
Fuck me. Alex asked, have you talked to Bro Job about anything other than goth is the new black?
Nah.
No.
I still talk to Andrew, but
yeah.
I've not talked about doing music with them now.
Yeah. Those are cool guys. I met them when Butler Bryce was in the band for a minute. They stayed with us at the house for it was like
they're all really nice dudes.
Yeah, they really are. Funny fucking guys.
Used to play a lot of Xbox with them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a few years ago.
Is there any I got another question. Is there any Shadow of Intent songs you haven't played live but you would like to?
I've been pushing Chris to play The Prophet's Beckoning since our first time we've ever played a show.
Jesus.
and I'm still pushing him for it. So if you guys could all do me a great big favor, and since it's Chris's birthday today,
yeah,
I want you to post it on his wall and tell him to play The Prophet's Beckoning.
Yeah.
Right?
Happy birthday, also.
Happy birthday.
Yeah. Also, play this fucking song, please. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks. It would really make my life a lot easier.
Ben, can we rip some Arma together? What is Arma?
Hell yeah. Arma is a video game that is not really like any other video game.
Arma.
It's like a combat simulation game. So
really,
it's completely unparalleled in realism. First of all, it's like imagine you're. I mean, it's used for military planning. So imagine, that you have like this big grid map that you have like a mission editor thing, and you can simulate different things, and there's whole bunches of functions you can do and all this stuff. I don't have an accurate way to really describe it. It's something you kind of have to like see for yourself.
Yeah, you kind of just have to.
Yeah, like
play it and then learn it.
People were always telling me about it. Oh, this game is great. This game is great. And I watched YouTube videos. I'm like, yeah, it looks cool. But then when I played it, and I could see how immersive it is, and like, explosion goes off 200 feet from you, and a metal piece of shrapnel hits you and kills you in one hit, and you're like, are you fucking kidding me? It's like one of those. It's one of those kind of games.
Yeah, I'm like looking at like still pictures of it on Google, and this looks.
Yeah, like it's crazy, and people make like terrains and maps for it. Like some guy made 90% of the entire country of Afghanistan, which I have in my game, and I run sims on that all the time.
What?
And it's all to scale in size. It takes like 40 minutes to fly from one edge to the other in a helicopter. This shit's huge.
What the fuck?
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Enormous games.
So do you think this is like the most realistic?
Absolutely, hands down. There's no other game that comes close.
So
some of the missions I do take me 5 hours.
Holy crap, dude!
And it's not from dying; it's from just
traveling.
How far everything is, and needing to like pace everything out and wait for like the specific right time to ambush somebody or something.
Wow!
It's very particular.
Yeah,
and very unforgiving. So you have to be extremely careful.
Jeez. Corey said PUBG is a rip of Arma, not the gameplay, just the look.
Yeah, basically. Like, I walk in Arma. I don't run around like you can in Call of Duty. Like I walk.
Walking. Yeah. Yeah, Red Devil said
cautiously.
I used to be in a gaming clan for Arma. This shit is nuts.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Dude, it sounds wild, and I'm on their website now, and
it's the only game that's ever given me a panic attack.
No fucking way.
Yeah, like I've been stuck behind a brick wall for like 15 minutes before with my friends, and like there's like a tank on the other side, and the wall's only 3 feet tall. We're laying behind it, and it's waiting there for us to pop up. Nobody's around, and my friend comes around from nowhere. He crawled like 500 feet behind this tank just to shoot it with a rocket to save us, and we had to wait for like 15 minutes for him to do that. But the stress the whole time. We're like, dude, hurry the fuck up! Like, this thing's come over here and fuck us up.
There's no respawns.
There's no respawns, man.
There's no. Yeah. So what happens when you die? You just have to start.
I mean, there can be respawns, but
really?
I typically play without them because there's more stakes.
Yeah. Okay.
So you would just be spectating at that point.
Wow. It's like a game you devote your like. If you're gonna play it, you're gonna devote your whole day to it at least.
Yeah, you can't play COD or you can't play this game like you play COD.
No, I'm a big COD.
I tried to teach my bass player this. We were playing on this map of Fallujah, Iraq, and I'm like, all right, dude, wait before you cross the street and peek and then go. And he didn't wait, and he runs out in the street and makes it like 5 feet, and there's one crack. He dies, and he's like, yeah, fuck this, I'm done.
That would probably be, I'd probably do it. I'd probably get annoyed like that. But
you can get used to it for sure. I mean, it took me a long time to beat the game when I first got it. It took me getting used to. But I'm like a total pro at it now. And I've played with guys that are actual combat vets that have taught me like real movement tactics and real decision making and like what you would actually do. That you're supposed to play the game like that. Like this is what it's meant for.
Yeah.
So you have to kind of be into that sort of thing to enjoy it.
You have to. That's wild.
Yeah.
Damn, well, that's another thing these bands have to check out from the Middle East. Plus, check out Arma, the game.
I'm gonna be doing some Arma streams pretty soon.
If Are you?
What people want to do, I'll do one tomorrow night. I mean,
you should. I mean, why the fuck not, man?
I'm more of a inclusive individual.
That's how. See, that's how. Like, so I figured that out with like me streaming. Is that like I love playing video games, dude. Right, but like a lot of the times I just want to I don't want anyone watching me. Like I just want to do. You know, I want. You know what I'm saying? I just want to. You know, if I'm playing some Call of Duty with my friends, I just want to play Call of Duty with my friends. And
yeah, I mean, I think that maybe people would find it interesting just because the fact that
I'd watch it because that game just sounds extremely interesting, and I would definitely want to watch how this is
one
done.
Thing that I've been doing, like some nights when I have like a good amount of free time, is I'll use some of those maps, and since I just know a lot about war history and stuff like that, I'll take some of those places and I'll have some friends or whatever play, and I'll recreate like exactly the battles like how they were pretty much. Because you can see on some of these places like where some of the military positions were, and I just fill in the blanks with stuff.
Okay.
So that's pretty much what I do. So if anyone's interested in that, I'll do it.
Do it. I mean, I would personally love to see it because a game like that. I mean, this like intrigues me. I'm like, well, it's
a massive game that is not like any others. I mean, there's 10 stance types for fuck's sake.
Oh my god, how long has it been out for?
7 years, but it's just constantly being upgraded and modded with all these things. There's hundreds of thousands of mods for it.
Wow. Yeah, I'm looking through the website. This looks gnarly as hell. I guess Ben listens to Sabaton. Do you listen to Sabaton?
I don't, but I've seen them live and they were sick.
Dude, yeah, their live show is fucking wild.
I saw them with Nile and it was awesome.
Oh, you saw them with Nile? Oh, Nile played with them?
Yeah, it was at New England Metal Hardcore Festival.
Oh, that year.
Nile played 2014.
Yeah.
Nile played, Nails played that day, Battlecross played, a few other bands.
Sabotage, dude, that's fucking wild. What else? Would you stream the game live? Yeah. No, you should. Let me know when you do it. I definitely want to check it out.
I will.
What's the hardest song you played live with Shadow of Intent? Is there one that sticks out?
The one that I feel usually the most fucked after is The Horror Within. That if anyone knows what I'm talking about, there's like that part towards the end where there's like a little orchestral break where I do a little scream over. There's been so many shows where we played that song that I've almost like straight up just fallen over during that part, seeing stars and stuff like that.
About to pass out.
Yeah, very, very out of breath.
Damn. Jeez. Alright, so let's see. I know I mentioned to you the other day, I'm like, we should jam some songs that we're into right now. I saw, the list that you took, that you sent me. I threw a couple of mine on there and a couple of yours. I know these two that one specifically, that band Engulf.
Oh yeah,
is that how you pronounce it? Engulf? I've never listened to this band. I don't think I've ever even heard of them either.
It's a one-man band.
It's a one-man band?
Yep, guy does everything.
What the fuck? All right, well, let's listen to this. Let's check this out. Can you hear this?
I cannot hear this.
Oh, you can't hear it. Oh, it's because we're on Discord.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see if this will work. Oh, wait.
Oh, shit. I unmuted the stream on Twitch, and now I can hear it.
Okay. There you go.
But I hear myself, too. It's whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the kind of stuff I usually jam.
This is sick.
got like 4 EPs out. All of them are very good.
Wada? Yeah, Wada.
I didn't know that either. I wonder if you did it like Putrid style.
Yeah, which is, I've seen like videos of Putrid Pile. It's crazy.
So sick.
One man.
You guys got nuts, man. I wouldn't do that shit.
No, I wouldn't do it.
Oh yeah. Big fan of the drum production too. It's like real natural.
Sounds cool. Yo, Abysmal Torment.
Yes.
Dude, this record. Has anybody heard of Abysmal Torment? This record.
If you haven't heard of this band, then you are fucking up.
This band is fucking sick. Let me throw this on. We'll play a little bit of it.
They're from Malta.
Yeah. I remember jamming this when it came out.
Yeah, I was pretty stuck on it for a while.
Same. Where are they from?
Malta.
Oh, okay.
Little island in the Mediterranean.
It's another awesome band with sick riffs.
All about sick riffs.
Same.
Stuff like that and part.
Yep.
Shit I miss. Like I feel like bands don't really do shit like that anymore.
No, man.
Hard drops.
You're not wrong about that.
Just noticed the little Bucky symbol.
On the soccer ball.
Yeah, I love Bucky's.
Well, it's the best gas station ever.
Yeah.
Hands down. Wawa and Sheetz is not better.
Absolutely. Anyone who thinks that is crack.
Yeah, come on. You can get anything at Bucky's.
Little puny gas station compared to Bucky's.
Yeah. And they have the cleanest bathrooms.
Absolutely.
Like, come on. For a touring band, Bucky's
You also
is the spot.
never have to wait for a bathroom.
No, there's so many of them. Just like the gas pumps.
Yep. It's the ultra place. Come and go? Absolutely not, dude. They have come and go, man.
That is not it. Yeah, I know he's fucking around now. Come and go. Tell him about Shredhead and Structural. What are you talking about? My memory sucks. Refresh my memory, Dark Dragon. Come and goes God tier. Get the fuck out of here.
We'll say though the Wawa steak burritos are pretty good.
Yes, for sure. I haven't had Wawa in fucking years. That was
had it for the first time on that Despised Icon tour we did.
Oh, really? What are your... That's a good question. What are your favorite places to eat on tour?
Chipotle, 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 Chipotle.
Chipotle.
Basically.
What are Bryce Butler's favorite places to eat on tour? McDonald's.
I don't remember. Honestly.
This motherfucker living with him, oh my god. It's like, I'll come home, he's eating McDonald's. I'll come home, he's eating Whataburger. Or
I can't believe he's like that. He's so small.
I'm like, how do you eat this shit, bro? And then sometimes we're like, oh man, I feel like shit today. I'm like, what did you eat? McDonald's? Why? I'm always like trying not to be his dad while I was living with him. And I'm like, hey man, listen, I love you to death.
I do the same thing, man. I mean, the first time Shadow of Intent played a show, I ate an extra large pizza all to myself right before we played.
Right before you played?
Right before.
How'd you feel during? Or did it?
Bloated.
Bloated. Chris said, Bryce doesn't eat. Only Bang. Yes, only Bang energy drinks. When I did that episode with him, we brought up the show that he played in Dallas with the 5 bands in Dallas that he's in. One of them was Seeker too. And I was there. Everyone was there. The show was fucking packed. It was just to see him play 5 sets back to back, 30-minute sets, 15-minute breaks in between was mind-blowing. And I remember it was either before Seeker went on, Seeker was the last band to play, or it was after. And I was like, did you eat today? And he's like, no. I'm like, bro, are you kidding me right now? And he's like, I'm feeling like shit. I'm like, yeah. He's like, I think he had 2 or 3 energy drinks. I'm like, how do you do this? How?
Yeah, he's a psycho, man.
He's a psycho.
I love him for it.
Oh, I did too. I remember when he came. I was home. I mean, I work from fucking home, so I'm always home. But when we were living together, he came in the room. He's like, "Yo, Shadow of Intent wants me to try out to fill in for him." I was like, "No shit." I'm like, "Get the fuck in the garage and go practice then. Go make that video." And he literally was in there all day doing it, just constantly playing Shadow songs.
He was fast about it.
Yeah, dude. I think he turned around the video to you guys in like a day or two. It could have been
something like that.
2, 3 days short. It was definitely within the first week of being asked.
Yeah.
It was within like a few days span. And I was just like, yes, go do that. What are you doing? Yes. That's the perfect band for you. Because I've seen them playing everything. Seeker is a heavier, they're death metal, but like little grind elements, But I'm like, that's, at the end of the day, I'm like, I know that you don't really like that music, I guess, right? Like you do, but I think I always knew his style was more Shadow of Intent. And see him playing like Abigail Williams, and I'm like, and that was something new for him too. That was different. And then he did that Lord Mantis record, which was hilarious for him to do. I remember Ken calling me and being like, "Yo, is Bryce home?" I'm like, I think I was at the store. I'll never forget. And I'm like, yeah, he's probably sleeping. It's like 11. He's sleeping. And he's like, all right, can you tell him to call me when you get home? I'm like, yeah, I'm on my way right now. I'm like, what's up? He's like, I need him to play drums on the new Lord Mantis record. I'm like, oh, okay, word. Yeah, I think he'll probably be into it. He's like, yeah, I'm on my way to Chicago now. I'm going to come pick him up if he can do it. I'm like, you're going to come pick him up today? He's like, yeah. I could be there in 3 hours. I'm like, oh my God. Okay, let me get the fuck home. And we're going in Bryce's room. Yo, dude, wake up. Ken needs you ASAP. Just call him now. And everybody gets off the phone and he comes back to me. He's like, I guess I'm going to Chicago in a few hours. I'm like, come on.
I could see his face saying that too.
I'm like, are you
It's
serious?
like a little shrug.
Yeah. Kind of stressed out, like, what am I
Yeah.
doing, right? But he's like, I mean, I'm gonna get paid. Yeah. He's like, the band's cool. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, it's it's like black metal. It's gnarly, It's not.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be hard for you to do. Like, you can nail this shit like nothing.
Slow blast.
Yeah, it's a good record. He nailed it, but he was just like,
yeah.
They wrote I think they wrote a lot of it at the studio.
Oh, word.
Yeah, a lot of it happened in studio, while they were recording. Benny said, I don't know if this is an inappropriate question, but was Anthony leaving Shadow of Intent mutual? You don't want to talk about it, you don't.
Pretty much, yeah. There's no hard feelings or anything.
That's good.
He got an offer that was pretty much irrefusable. Like he would have been an idiot to refuse it.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
So, and it's not like he had been in the band from the start, so he didn't really have this crazy commitment that we were expecting him to follow.
Oh yeah, he wasn't in the band. He wasn't, right? From the beginning, right? Okay.
No. So it was it wasn't really a big deal, we had Bryce to fill in pretty quickly after we found out about it. He did the next tour too. And, Anthony had already agreed to do another tour, and Bryce was right there. So we were like, hey, you want to just do another one? And he was down, of course. So at that point, we really just kind of talked with Anthony, and he was wanting to get out and not hold us down and do his own thing. And we were kind of feeling the same way. So yeah, it was mutual.
That's good.
Everyone's still cool though.
Yeah, Anthony is insane. Is he from Connecticut? Where is he from?
No, he lives in New York.
New York, that's what it is.
Yep.
That dude's insane.
I'm actually the only one that lives in Connecticut right now.
Oh, are you?
Yep.
Oh shit. Okay.
And I'm not even from Connecticut.
Where are you originally from? Where did you grow up?
I grew up in Westerly, Rhode Island.
Oh wow. Okay. Rhode
Small
Island.
town.
Oh yeah. Small state.
Yep.
That's fucking
very small.
Yeah, dude. Anthony's
Texas is weird to me.
Yeah, from that state. Dude, it is to get. Oh my god, it's
too big.
Yeah, I'm from Poughkeepsie, New York. I grew up, and my girlfriend's from Connecticut. She's from Wallingford, actually, and she just moved down here. Yeah, she moved down here a year ago.
It's like a half hour from me.
Oh, okay, where? Yeah, and when I moved to Texas, it was just even going on tour before I moved to Texas, it was just man, I remember going from Houston to El Paso and being like, why is this drive so long? Why are we still in Texas?
We drove more hours in Texas than the day is long.
Yeah. Dude. Yeah.
It's ridiculous. We're out there. Where the fuck are we in fucking Kazakhstan? We have no idea where anything is. The GPS is telling us we're driving on roads that don't even fucking exist. Stuff like that.
Straight up. It's insane. I remember, I'll never forget, I was booking one of the tours I booked a long time ago was it was a Dr. Acula tour. It was a 3-month long tour. I don't know how we executed this, but we did. It didn't even go to Canada. Okay. It was just the States, 3 months long. And in Texas,
3 shows in every state.
Dude, Texas was 10. California was 7. Florida was 8 or 9. There used to be so many more places you could play because there was all these small towns that would throw shows at VFW halls, Knights of Columbus, or just some small dive bars with fucking a stage and some speakers, and there were so many more places. But I remember just another time was I had King Conquer do South by Southwest. It was them and Sworn In. We played 7. The tour did 7 shows in Texas.
Damn.
I mean, you could really just do that. You could do Dallas, Austin,
easily.
Houston, San Antonio, McAllen, Corpus Christi, El Paso. Yeah,
maybe.
I mean, I'm at 7, and then you can do Lubbock. You can do Amarillo. That's 9. You can do 9 days in Texas. No big deal.
That's crazy. It's a big fucking state.
It is ridiculous. Acadia? No, that's in Houston. Acadia's in Houston. What got you into heavy music? That is a good question. I meant to ask that. Was there
Pretty
like,
much just my parents.
was it your
Um,
parents?
yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, like I said, my mom's favorite band is Korn.
Yep.
My dad, or both my parents both listened to like Metallica, Megadeth, Pantera.
So yeah, you grew up on it.
Um, my uncle showed me Slayer when I was very young.
Oh
Uh,
wow. Okay.
my dad would play Headbangers Ball and Lamb of God, and like Meshuggah and stuff would be playing. So
Wow.
I've heard it like my whole life, pretty much.
That's fucking cool. Yeah, I mean, like I mostly grew up on like um, AC/DC, Black Sabbath, and then that whole
Yeah,
world, right?
same here.
Yeah,
Like they're
that
they're
was
into
in that
all that
mix
stuff
too.
too, all the glam metal and stuff like that. But there were heavier bands that they listened to, but those were the ones that I seemed to like
Yeah,
notice a lot more when I was a kid.
that's
Like
awesome.
I remember being in summer camp in third grade, and I had a little Walkman with my Korn Untouchables album in it, and
Fuck yes.
none of the kids would fuck with me because they thought it was weird.
No, that's how it was. Like I remember, like in middle school and shit. Even like it was just like me and like a handful of kids, like friends of mine,
Yeah,
that were like into like the
handful.
Corn, Slipknot, and shit. There was no one else that was listening
Yep.
to this shit. I remember like going to FYE, Best Buy, and all that shit, buying records, CDs, just all the fucking time. That was
Yep.
the
Same
best
here.
times, dude. Yeah,
It really was. I missed that being
I
stoked
missed
for
that.
like
On
records to come
release
out and
day.
going to buy them.
Yeah, on like
Yeah.
release day, dude, and just going, like being like, oh my god. I remember like Cold Chamber came out with a new record. I was like, get me to the fucking mall.
Yeah.
I rode my
Yeah.
bike there like 5 miles. I'm like, get me there. Me and my friend
Yeah,
Kyle, dude, and we were just bought that and a few other records. Well, it was funny because we would go to FYE, and FYE had the listening stations.
Yeah.
So, but usually FYE, they definitely overpriced the records. So we
Oh,
would,
absolutely.
yeah, we go to FYE, listen. All right, this is sick. Go to Best Buy, get it for $5, $6, $7 less.
So funny.
All the time. It was all the time.
We had a FYE in this little shopping plaza in town. And that was like the only place you could buy music near us. The only
Like,
closest store nearby was probably 40 minutes away.
oh wow! But you
And
guys had an FYE right there.
yeah, so I remember I was pretty much like one of the only kids in town that would buy any of the metal CDs. But I remember in particular when Abra Hadabra from Dimmu Borgir came out.
Mhm.
My dad picked me up from school. It was like, bring me to FYE right now. Like eyes bulging out of my head, like bursting through the door of the store.
Where is it?
Yep.
I never ever forget that, how that felt. I feel like,
Yeah, man. It's 10 years ago. Damn.
I know. It's like weird, like, because digital is so different. Like, I still will buy vinyl. Like, I won't buy CDs anymore, but I'll buy vinyl. And I bought a record player, like, what was it? It's been like 2-3 years ago, maybe. But I'm not like crazy into. I'm not like constantly buying vinyl because it's so hard to fucking move around when you're moving and shit.
I
like,
only have a few.
Yeah, a few. Yeah, so it's like the most recent vinyl I just pre-ordered was the new Brand of Sacrifice.
Oh,
because fucking.
hell yeah. I actually have every Cattle album minus the newest one on vinyl.
Oh wow.
And I have a couple of Cannibal Corpse ones. I think.
A couple. That's it. I'm surprised.
Yeah, that's about it.
How many Cannibal Corpse shirts do you have? Do you have
15.
a lot? Oh my god. Fucking love that.
Yeah, they're all different shades of black.
Yeah, of course. Ones that you wear a lot more than the others.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Tomb of the Mutilated is pretty much just faded out at this point.
That's awesome. What was the artwork inspiration for Melancholy? I cannot pronounce the word. You know what I'm talking. Your latest record.
Yeah. It was just the lyrical content.
Okay.
That's pretty much what I based the image off of, what I was seeing in my own head when I was writing it.
Yeah. Who created it? Who did it?
Paul Olofsson.
Okay. Who else has he done? The name sounds familiar.
Like,
fucking
pick a band, honestly. Death metal.
Oh wow.
He's done Spawn of Possession,
Ooh.
Virgin's Crown. He's done like everybody.
Oh, he's done all. Okay.
Yeah.
I love Spawn Possession. Ask Ben if he has any favorite record stores here in Connecticut. Oh yeah, Red Devil, you're from Connecticut. I don't know any yet. Is it? Yeah. Is there any record stores in Connecticut?
Yeah,
like
there's a few,
pop?
but I haven't really been to any. The only place I bought music in Connecticut was the FYE at the Milford Mall.
At the Milford Mall. Is it still there?
Yeah.
Wow. Wait, do they still sell music for the most part? I know FYE, like, I remember going to an FYE, I forget where the heck it was. It could have been in Dallas. And it was like,
Yeah.
it was like barely any music. It's crazy to me.
I was there like a year ago and I bought like 8 or 9 CDs.
Oh, shit. Damn. I haven't been to one. It's been a few years for sure. That's what's up. Awesome, man. Well, dude, Ben, thank you for doing this today. It's been a blast.
Yeah, thank you for having me, man.
Yeah, man.
I appreciate it.
Definitely stream that game because I really do want to see someone play it.
I will.
I would like to watch you play it since we know
I
know you.
I'm gonna find a tasty thing to do in the game and then I'll stream it for everybody.
Yeah, post when you're gonna go on so I don't forget to. Yo, what up, Steph? This has been a great time, honestly, man. I'm stoked to hear new fucking Shadow of Intent.
Thanks, dude.
And I'm stoked for you guys to start playing fucking shows again.
Me too.
Are you guys
we ever get there?
Yeah, no, I think we will. Just trying to trying to stay positive about it.
Yeah.
But also at the same time, not like totally get my hopes up for like a certain time frame for when people think tours are going to start. You know what I'm saying? Like everyone thinks it's going to be like summer or early fall. I'm just like, okay, I'm hoping, crossing my fingers. That's when it's going to go down. You know what I'm saying?
Same with it, I think. Probably all of us in the band.
Yeah. So, but we can just cross our fingers and hopefully all these shows fucking happen and more people go out to them.
Yeah.
Fucking rule. At the end of all these episodes, I like to raid somebody on Twitch. Do you know what raiding is on Twitch yet?
No.
It's so you pick somebody that's streaming right now and you bring everybody from your stream into their stream. So you just raid them with everybody. So I'm looking on my who do you guys think we should raid? Who's streaming right now that you guys see? Oh, of course I'm working. I forgot about this. Also, whoever, if you guys have friends that had to miss this episode, it'll be on my Twitch like right after I end it. You could stream it again. You could watch it again, or I'm gonna throw it on my YouTube probably tomorrow or the day after. It'll go on my YouTube. Which, if you go down in my About section on Twitch, there's a picture that has my YouTube. Just click on it. Let's go raid. I don't know. Do you know you know that band Unity? They're from Dallas.
I don't think so.
They're awesome. They're like definitely similar to. It's definitely like rap metal, but it's fucking awesome. It's very
What's
tasteful.
That other band that did something like that.
I'm trying to remember.
Chris used to be all about some band that was like that.
Really? Chris was?
Yeah.
Chris, you still in here? Wasn't Chris? Oh, wasn't he streaming earlier? But yeah,
I think so.
But his name is Jay. They're fucking dope band. He's a great vocalist. They're from Dallas, Texas. He's been hi Rosie. He's been streaming pretty consistently. Hi baby. She just got back from a walk. Yes, Unity. Oh yeah, there's Chris. Unity is great. Maybe it is that band. Is that the band?
No, it was a different. He would know.
He would know.
Chris, who's that guy that did that guest spot in Derelict on your first record, man?
Oh,
it's killing me right now.
It's from his old band. Did a guest spot?
It was just like this rap vocal, like that he did over like this really like genty ballpark. Hacktivist, yes.
Oh, dude, yes, that band. They're from somewhere in Europe, right?
That wasn't the guy that did the song, but yeah, that's the band.
DBSR. You said.
I'm pretty sure that wasn't the guy.
That's awesome. Yeah, Hacktivist is sick, dude. That band is really fucking awesome. If you haven't heard of Hacktivist, go listen to them. Also, Unity. Anyway, we're gonna rate Ben. Thank you again for doing this. Chris, we're gonna have you. I want to have you on sometime soon. Next year, we'll do it. We're gonna go rate Jay. He's the singer from the band Unity. They're from Dallas, Texas. They're on Pure Noise Records. They released an EP earlier this year that fucking rules. Jay's a great fucking guy, and a great musician. He plays guitar and everything. He used to be in that band I Am from Dallas years ago as well. He was like I'm pretty sure he was like one of the originals as well. Yeah, he played guitar. Cool. Yeah, that band fucking rips. Awesome. All right, Ben. Well, let's go rate these guys. Thank you, everyone.
Let's do it.
Here we go. And you'll see it go into his chat. Let me just stop this stream on my end.